Good evening, YouTube. So I made it this morning. I guess it was about 5:30 a.m. or so, pushing 6 o'clock. Made it to Romeoville, Illinois, and so I dropped the loaded trailer that I had and parked. And so I woke up, I don't know, I guess it was about noon I woke up, and so I went ahead and got up. And I guess about, I don't know, it was about 8 o'clock this evening, the driver showed up that brought the load that is going to Russellville, Arkansas. And so after I deliver the load in Russellville, then I get to go home. So I've left there. I've made it to Troy, Illinois, which is kind of in the St. Louis area, but it's on the Illinois side. And so I'm spending the night here, and then I've still got a little over 400 miles to drive to make it to Russellville, but I'll do that after I've taken my break. It's about I don't know, by now it's about 2:30 in the morning. But I could continue to drive, but I'd really like to try straighten my sleeping hours back out rather than staying up all night. I should be able to go to bed tonight or now and kind of get my hours a little bit straighter. So anyway, I mentioned in the last video that I bought that stove, the 12-volt stove, and very happy with it. The Road Pro, I guess those are also called, people refer to those as lunchbox stoves, or I've also heard some people refer to them as Burton stoves. But in any case, today while I was parked, I was in this drop yard, and there really wasn't anything nearby to any food or anything. I could have driven for it if I wanted to. So I had a couple of cans of, one of them was like a thing of Chef Boyardee, and then I think I showed it on the screen, in the video yesterday. Like a Chef Boyardee type stuff. It was lasagna, and then the other thing I had was like Danny Moore chicken stew. So I ate those today, and warmed up. Those are actually pretty, they're not bad. They're not gourmet or anything super spectacular, but once you warm them up, they're actually not bad. I have eaten those things cold before, or just kind of at room temperature, when there just wasn't any food around. I've done that, but they're far better if you warm them up. So this is acceptable, warming the stuff up. So once I make it home, I'm going to make a trip to Walmart and see what all kind of food, different types of food that I can buy that are canned in various ways, that have already been cooked, and that are ready to just you just dump them into the little pie tin and heat them up in that stove, and it takes about, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes to really get it up to the right temperature, from room temperature to where you have to actually blow on it a little bit to cool it down. So pretty happy with that, and wish I would have done that sooner. So anyway, what else is going on? My phone updated to 4.4.4 version of Android. I guess it's KitKat, Sprint, and Samsung updated it, and so that's seems to be working just fine. I didn't realize it, and I've decided right now I'm not going to update my iPad. I know a lot of people have done it and they probably haven't had any problems, but I was just now looking, and it's some people are really complaining that they have really bad battery drain issues. So I think I'll wait until Apple kind of rolls out some updates before I go ahead and update the thing, because it's working fine right now, and there's really no point in messing with it. And that got me to thinking, as much as I hear people complain about Android, and it's always the Apple people that are complaining. They complain about it, but the update, this 4.4.4 update, was like 400 megabytes. Excuse me. It was about 400 megabytes, and I guess this iOS 8 update is 1.5 gigabytes. Why? Yeah, I don't understand why is the iOS 8 update so huge compared to the Android one. It's only 400 megabytes, and that's typically whenever there's an Android update, it's only about 400 megabytes. So that's never had really noticed that before. The other thing, iOS, I've been burned a number of times with battery drain issues after I've updated. That's why I'm so reluctant to update this iPad. Yet, that got me to thinking, well, Android, I've never, I've updated Android phones, I don't know how many times by now, and I've never had an issue. So they complain about, well, it's tied to the carrier, and you have to wait for the carrier to kind of update the specific model, but it seems like when they do that, you're much less likely to end up with bugs. And but on the other hand, with the Apple stuff, there are always bugs that have to be squashed. So that's, I don't know, that's interesting, and I don't know how many people have actually realized that. But as much as the Apple people complain about Android and how fragmented it is and what have you, when they do roll out the updates, there really aren't any bugs. I'm sure there are some, but not like there are with the iOS. And that's based on my personal experience. And I've got an iPad Air, so I've got and also I've got an older iPod Touch as well. So that's interesting, because they're always trying to push and say how superior Apple is and so on and so forth, and it has some glaring problems, and it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but I don't know. Apple seems to sort of attract people that, not all of the people, but it does seem to attract a fairly significant number of people that are, kind of arrogant about it, and they think that somehow it's superior and so on and so forth, and and they like to ridicule anybody that doesn't have the Apple products. You should make another choice, and you're up for ridicule. So I don't know. That tends to drive me away. But, I don't want to be associated with those people. But so anyway, cut this off. See if I can get headed to bed. So from Troy, Illinois. I'll catch you later.